Welcome everyone. Today's video, so when is the perfect time to actually dig up your bulbs or divide them from somewhere in your garden into another border, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Now, my tulips and daffodils are still flowering their heads off, but there's one bulb that is completely finished flowering, and that is the snowdrop in my garden. Now, that is the perfect time to actually dig them up or divide them. So when they're still in the green, but they have finished flowering, that way the plant can still do photosynthesis stuff, right? Easy for you to say. So you've got them leaves there, they can repair themselves and they can settle into their new home. So I'm going to show you how I do it, just so it gives you guys a bit of a reference if you guys want to do that in your garden as well. So let's get cracking. Now, there isn't really any secret to this when it comes to actually digging up or dividing your bulbs. There is a couple of different methods. I tend to use the spade because I don't believe in just actually digging up the bulb itself. What I like to do is dig a really big hole and get as much of that soil out as you possibly can to then transplant the whole thing over. Now, other people, or some people, and I was taught this way in college as well, was to actually use a fork to sort of knock all the soil off, tease the roots below and get it off like that. But I found this actual way for me, and I've used this several times over several years. This way works an absolute treat. Just make sure you're getting a big enough clump of it and you're not too close to the bulbs itself. So the more of a clump you can actually get out, don't worry about just getting the bulbs themselves. I dig as big as a hole as I can get to keep it together, and I'll be planting the whole thing like this. I'm actually going to go ahead and divide every single one that I've got. I should be able to get about 5 or 6 individual plants throughout the bed, which I'm really excited about, and I'll reap the reward of this next year. And you can do something called a heeling in process, where it's exactly what it says on the tin. You get your heel of your boot and you just simply press it down all the way around the plant. I find that firming it in with your hands is absolutely fine, is sufficient enough. But technically, you could you could go all technical on you and say, well, heel it in once you've done it. Now I'm going to take this opportunity to have a little bit of a clear out here, clear some weeds, and then get some lovely snowdrops just in front of this wishing well just here. It's jobs like this that I think really reward you, because clearing out weeds is one of those jobs which I don't think anybody enjoys. But I think if you've got an end goal when you're doing something nice, like planting out the snowdrops, it's a real reward. Now, let me know in the comments down below, do you guys have a certain weed that you are struggling with? Now, when I moved into this house, it was a bit of an unloved garden, and I've really struggled with brambles and bindweed. Bindweed, I think I'm always going to struggle with, but the brambles I have actually seemed to sort of made real headway on. And just by simply digging out clumps of it and discarding it in my brown bin has really made a huge difference. Now these are an absolute bane of my life, brambles. I don't think there's any secret to getting rid of them. It's just a little bit of hard labour, a bit of good digging. Try and get as much of this root out as you can. Right, now for some good stuff. So I have just left a little bit just in to colonize again. I always want to leave this in because this is where it was when we moved in, if that makes sense. And then I've got a couple of 3 just there, which are going to go into the rear garden, my tropical style garden, just to brighten it up when nothing else is really doing anything. So let's go ahead and get these planted. So here's a before and this is after. I've got a lot of work to do on my border, very much let it sleep in, but things are looking really great. Perennial geraniums doing their things, lupins, second year, look at those until slugs come out. I've got these planted throughout, just in here. This beautiful spirea needs a bit of a clip, which I'm going to do on a video that's coming up. A little bit of clearing out, and then this is where the other big patch of snowdrops has gone. I want this to be a really big impact here, just as we pan around and look at the main cottage bed, perennial bed. Anyway, let's get cracking on the tropical style garden and then we'll wrap this up. So I have one bed in mind when it comes to these snowdrops. This is the bed that I've worked on in the winter. It's looking great, but it's just lacking that little bit of colour. Obviously snowdrops one of the first things out, so I'm excited to get some of these in there. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I've planted a couple of trachycarpus, one just on the edge just here. I'm actually going to plant underneath that, not directly next to the root ball, but just so as it creates a canopy, you're going to see these lovely snowdrops around the base. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my head anyway. So let's get cracking with this job. Same rule applies, big hole, get as much as you can, plant it in. Now, some of these were actually really dry when they were underneath the hedgerow, so I'll probably go ahead and give all of those ones a bit of a water. The wishing well ones, which weren't so far in to the hedge, they were actually really quite wet, so I'm not going to worry about those, but certainly these ones, I'm going to give a bit of a watering in just to be on the safe side. If you want to go even further and separate them, then you can just simply pull them apart with your hands, very gently of course, and then we've got 2 clumps. And there we have it. Any questions, please feel free to drop down below. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I managed to do everything that I wanted to do. Actually got some bonus plants in the rear garden as well, which I'm really excited about. Now, perfect job for April. I will have a video coming out as to what jobs to do in April in the next week or so, so be sure to be subscribed for that. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out, and drop a comment down below, as it really does help share it out to others who love gardening just like we do. But until tomorrow, I'll see you in the garden. You take care.